Hi, everyone. This is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamelin, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a channeled message for your weekend love. Let's see what Spirit has for you. We've got some charms today and some initials, lots of cards, lots of messages. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to anybody that's new. This is a collective reading. Any sign that you're thinking of, take with you what connects to you, leave the rest for everybody else. Let's call in our spirit guide. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you have for us today? What is it that you need us to hear? I am listening for you now. Let's see, heading into another weekend already. Beginning of May. Crazy. Let's see what they have. Spirit, please share with me. Loving messages. I have the moon. Your intuition and emotional cycles in a relationship. Oh, little bit of a round and round we go energy. So you could have somebody that you don't know where we stand with this person, or we're hoping that things kind of shift or things get better. But it was a little bit of, how do I get my arms around this connection? Or how do I make this connection, really start to work or move forward? Spirit, please share with me. I have a candle, warmth, guidance. Fleeting passions. Okay, so like a candle, it burns and then sometimes it gets blown out. So we want to be careful that when we're in these cycles of on again, off again, that they're healthy. Okay, that we're not using them to just feel good in the moment. Somebody who just shows up over the weekends and says, oh, I had a really busy week, let's hang out. No, where were you for the last 7 days? There's got to be consistency. There's always that person who, when it's convenient for them, they want to spend time with you. So be careful with the person who, they turn you on in that moment, but they blow out the candle and they're gone. Like, where have you been? I haven't heard from you in days. And then you just, reach back out to me. So part of me feels like I just don't know where this person's coming from. And I'm going to say guard yourself. I am definitely feeling a guard for some reason. So let's see where we're headed. I have a fox. They're cunning. The need for clarity and vigilance. Okay, so you may feel, you could be the fox. You could be, you know what? You can't outfox me. You can't outrun me. You can't pull, one over on me. We're all intuitive. We're all smart. We're all adults. And you do have a good sense when somebody is just playing you, and you deserve more, right? So the person who is just constantly giving you just enough to keep you going, whether you call it breadcrumbing or teasing or, giving you hope, is that somebody you really want to be with? You really want the person who's sincere and genuine, who, legitimately goes out of their way to be with you. Okay. Otherwise they're selfish. So there's something going on with me about, don't always let them in. Don't always be available. Maybe surprise them this week and say, I'm sorry, I'm not available. I'm going to do something else. Maybe Spirit has something else for you. Let's go in that direction. So put something on hold. It was almost a feeling of, maybe we're going to put somebody on hold and just say, you know what? I'm kind of sick of this in a way. 7 of Wands. I have a Tower. I have a 9 of Wands. Yeah, you've got somebody that I feel like, even in this card, it's almost like they're pulling you along. It doesn't make sense to me. It feels like I need more and I want more. And Spirit's saying, is this person ever going to give you more? Sometimes people just don't. They're just not the person. So right now it is a feeling of struggling. Now, some of you may have already gone through this, and this is cleared. They just said this has passed. So you know what I'm talking about. The person who didn't put time into you, the person who only showed up when it was convenient for them, the person who only wanted one thing. And that is, yeah, we put it to an end. Definitely a reminder of your worth. Definitely a reminder of how deserving you are, that you do not settle, you do not chase, you do not wait. Okay, so heading into a weekend, let's follow those rules. Maybe I should put together like the 5 rules of that you have to do. I'm deserving, I'm worthy, I don't wait, I don't settle. What would be the last one? I need to trust. I'd have to think about like what are the most important things for you. But off the top of my head, those sound pretty good. So right now, I feel like Spirit's just reminding you like, hey, you're not going to wait around for anybody. I have a 2 of Cups. Okay, so we're not waiting for the person who they're calling him or her Joe Schmo. That's funny. So Joe Schmo is kicked to the curb, and they've got this. They're calling it a true love. Okay, they're calling it, somebody that really wants to spend some time with you, really wants to get to know you. It's fascinating to me energetically that when we let someone go for real, all of a sudden, that's when the new person comes into our life. When we keep that emotional attachment, when we keep thinking about them, even if we're not with them, it prevents us from inviting in the energy that Spirit really wants for us. So that 2 of Cups is pretty crystal clear to me. I'm coming out of a state of Hermit with the bottom of the deck, and I have a 10 of Cups, and I have a Sun at the bottom of the deck. So you are definitely being asked to either put somebody on hold that only wants one thing and is playing around and playing games and isn't serious, and look forward to the person who literally comes in with a rainbow and look at the sun shining in your face. It's just a sense of refreshing energy of somebody who cares about you, Spirit just said, and somebody who wants to be with you. So don't waste your time on the wrong one. And that sometimes we just keep trying to make it work. We just keep trying, thinking if I give it more time, it will get better. If I believe in this person more, if I help their life, if I fix them somehow, don't waste your time on the wrong one. Okay. So I feel like there's something going on with that. Maybe it's just a reminder. It doesn't mean that it's in your life right now, but Spirit's sharing with me now. It was almost an image of freedom. It was almost like you feeling free, and I'm going out with my friends and a night out, and I'm not thinking about anybody but myself, and good for you. So take back your power, take back your, they're saying charm. Okay. So feel charming, feel beautiful, feel sexy, feel empowered, whatever your energy is doing right now. Spirit, please share with me. I have toxicity. A toxic relationship can drain your energy and your self-worth. Beware. It's interesting because Spirit doesn't share with me like warnings very often. I don't usually go in that direction. But of course, I have to listen to whatever messages Spirit wants to share with me on any given reading. That's my job. So it's, don't waste your time on the person that's toxic. Don't waste your time on the person that doesn't have their life together, that they're struggling, and they drag you into their struggles, and somehow their struggles become your struggles, and we'll do it together. No, sometimes we have to just back away and do what's best for us. Is it mean? No. Is it selfish? No. There's nothing wrong with you putting yourself first and being selfish and saying, this is not what I signed up for. This is not the kind of life that I want to lead with this toxic energy all around me. There's too much baggage. This person, maybe you've tried. Maybe you have said, you know what, I gave them a chance, but there really was just too much baggage. They always talked about their ex. They always talked about their victim, their victim mentality. They always complained, depressed, negative, everybody else's fault. So too much baggage is enough for somebody to walk away. I can't fix you. I don't want to fix you. I want to be happy. Anticipation. Embrace the sweet anticipation of love's arrival in your life. It's coming. I love this card. This kind of blooming tree, this kind of open path. It just looks so peaceful, doesn't it? Like, this is the path I want to be on. I want to go for a walk on this path. So anticipation. We anticipate only the best for ourselves. We anticipate that when this Two of Cups comes into our life, that it's filled with joy, it's filled with hope, and we are happy. And it shouldn't be hard work. I have an apology. Never underestimate the power of an apology. Now, I do feel like this person always is apologizing for something. Sometimes sorry isn't enough, and it doesn't mean anything after a while. You know, I'm sorry I haven't called you. I'm sorry I haven't seen you. I was really busy with work this week. After a while, it just doesn't have any meaning. It's like, you know, how many times have you said you're sorry to me and then you still don't show up? So I'd rather start walking on this path towards this Two of Cups that says, I can be blissfully happy. They're saying, I love my spirit guides. They're old fashioned. So blissfully, that's a great word, isn't it? I can be blissfully happy. And with that 10 of Cups, I have just relaxed. Find the joy in the simple pleasures of just being together. Now, that felt to me for a moment that I meet this Two of Cups, and it's a very easy energy. It's a let's sit and talk energy. Maybe it's a date, maybe it's our first date, but instead of it being an hour, you know, it ends up being we sat there and we talked for 3 hours, 4 hours. You know, we just kept ordering drinks or water, or the waiter just kept coming over and saying, you know, like, are you ready for your check? Until it was almost time to go home. So it just feels like it was a very long, relaxing conversation. So I'm going to start with that. So I'm going to say that the spirit just said it's open communication, that we feel like there isn't anything that we really can't, like a topic that we can't bring up. And I feel like that comfort is there. So somebody that I feel like I can really, really talk to, and maybe we have this beautiful evening or day together, or just some time together, that it feels like the hours fly. And, you know, there's a sense of, wow, I can't believe we've been sitting here for all these hours. It feels like that. That's the person you want to be with, because that person has been holding your attention. That person is interested in you, and you're interested in them when time flies, right? So I love that. I have an Emperor, somebody who has their act together. Thank you, Spirit. I have a Queen of Pentacles. I'm going to come back to that in a second. I have a Four of Swords. And I have a Queen of Wands. Pretty crystal clear right now with when you took back your power and you said, you know what? Kind of tired of your excuses. I'm tired of wasting my time. I'm tired of you saying you're sorry over and over again. And here is this beautiful energy of you being in power after a break. Okay. Like, I took a break. I put whoever and whatever on hold, or I push them away, or I'm just not chasing them anymore. I'm just not putting up with their garbage anymore. I'm not going to listen to it anymore. And I'm literally going to see what's best for me. So this feels like making up your mind to, even if it means you're going to be alone, even if it means that you may not be with somebody for a little while, it's better than being with the wrong person. So I do feel that way. But the Emperor is really strong to me. I have a 10 of Cups at the bottom of the deck, and this deck as well, and an Ace of Cups. So that feels good. That feels really good. That is a sense of, the Spirit just said you never know what's around the corner. So it was almost a feeling of short notice, or anticipating that I'm going to meet this person very quickly. But it was, I mean, around the corner to me is I could meet this person tomorrow night. I could go out with my friends and meet this person tomorrow night and immediately see that there's some kind of emotion there, that there's something happening. I love talking to this person. The time flew. They want to see me again. Very interested in them. So something is going to happen. Whatever's around the corner is here, but it's good. It's good news. It's good news. It's, what did they say? It's blissfully happy. So I'll take blissfully happy. Let's get some initials. Let's see. Now, some of you may be starting to feel this already, and you're just looking for some confirmation. Others of you maybe keep your eyes open for, you may be thinking of somebody. So first initials, last initials, your name, their name, anything that connects you. Don't worry if you are not in a connection, but maybe you'll get your initials. So maybe that's fun. I also have some letter numbers in here. So maybe the numbers have meaning as well. You guys know how to do this. I have a D. I have a V. I have a letter C. I have an M. I have an H. K. An O. Another H. Letter S. Letter S. Some numbers. I have an L. I have an A. D. Okay, so I have some numbers. All right, I have the number 42. I have the number 54. 54. And I have a 66, but I feel like it's more like an angel number, 666. Okay, so we'll just do it as an angel number. Okay, so those are some initials. Let me know in the comments if that connects to anybody. I always love that. I always love to hear your surprises. Spirit, please share with me what is coming towards me, immediate future, soon. I mean, it's a weekend forecast, but you know, these readings are really timeless in the sense when you find the reading and you're meant to hear the message. So you know, it's not as exacting as that. I mean, I wish I could say at, 5 o'clock on Saturday night, you're going to meet your person. But that's not how divine timing works. But I do feel like this around the corner. I do feel this sense of any day now would be another way for me to say it. I have a karmic partner, conventional relationship. So I'm going to say a traditional relationship. Okay. It doesn't matter what sex, it doesn't matter anything like that, but that it's somebody that I want to date. Then I want to be exclusive. Then I want to be in some kind of relationship. I want to refer to you as my significant other, partner, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. I want to have a connection to you. I want to be seen as a couple, spirit saying. I want to move into a future commitment, whether it's we live together, an engagement ring, or a formal wedding. So I feel like I'm going to go through the phases with this person, and they're all the right phases. They're all the steps of a relationship. So I feel like I'm just going through what I would call a normal relationship and how a normal relationship would unfold. So I feel like that's what I'm searching for. I have blessings, protected. You're protected by your guides. There's lots of love all around you. I feel like no matter what you've gone through, like this is a carriage kind of coming out of you can see it's like almost looks like a fire behind them, but the carriage is moving forward. A little bit of a Gone with the Wind feeling, where they're kind of escaping from the city burning down, and they're kind of driving away, saving themselves. So it is a sense of I saved myself, which we've talked about already. I have put myself first. I have not settled. I'm not going to waste my time. So it is a sense of I'm going to let that, burning energy in the background. I'm going to drive myself far, far away from that. So it doesn't touch me. I've learned a lesson. I know. I also like the bag. It's like you have somebody who's carrying a lot of baggage around, and you've been attached to somebody with a lot of baggage, and somehow that person's become codependent on you, Spirit's saying, and they're relying on you, and they're always expecting you to give in. And no matter what they do or did, there was always this sense of forgiveness, like you'll always forgive this no matter what, until you say, I'm not doing this anymore. Whether it's a wake-up call for you or whether it's I'm just tired of somebody not feeding my soul. And that's probably more what's happened. I have a loss. Okay, I need to find my true self again. Again, I would rather be alone than be with the wrong person. So you spend your time before the person comes into your life that you're meant to be with, loving yourself. You spend the time just enjoying your life, being happy, raising that vibration, finding joy in all the little moments they're saying. I have an awakened energy at the bottom of my deck, and I look for that soul connection that's going to come into my life and truly awaken my soul. So I feel like we are just waiting. There's this, I like the word anticipation. And I also like the word, preparation, that Spirit has been preparing you for the union that you're meant to be in. So sometimes we don't look at our time alone or being single as that we're preparing for a connection, or your person's preparing right now. We think, I just can't find anybody. But if you look at it as Spirit is just keeping you active and learning, so that when this person comes into your life, you're truly ready for them. Spirit, tell me more about this connection. What is it that you want for us? Blissfully happy. I love that. All right. I have speak your truth. Okay. I'm not going to hold back anymore. I'm not going to tolerate is the word they just gave me. So maybe we've been walking on eggshells around somebody, hoping it gets better, hoping that things change for the better. I'm going to speak my truth. I'm not happy. I'm not happy with this connection. I'm not happy with how things are going. I feel empty. Whatever it is, you owe it to yourself to admit your feelings and to put yourself in a place where no matter what, you're the only one who can make you happy. So you don't wait for somebody else. You don't wait for somebody else to change so that then you'll be happy. It just doesn't work. They may never change. Take steps and keep moving forward. I also like the flip-flops. I feel like I'm taking flip-flops out of my closet this weekend. Maybe it's really sunny out. I'm finally breaking into my shorts and my flip-flops. Maybe we have a beautiful day just to enjoy the outside. Nice. I have open your heart. I feel like Spirit's ready to bring you somebody. Okay. And it's not the person that you have been kind of struggling with breadcrumbs. It's not. And I have memories. Make some that are worth keeping. I'm just going to say making new memories. Okay. You may be attached to somebody because it's all that you've known or you've been with them for a long time. Make some new memories. Because, not every relationship's meant to be forever. And that's a hard thing to understand. Some people are just put in our life for a period of time, and you do part ways, and it's sad, but maybe you've already done it, and you're definitely ready to move on. Let's see what your charms are. Let's get some charms. Maybe we'll get some clues or something that connects you to your new person. Let me get a scoop. Okay. I've got some additional letters, so let's grab that. Okay. The letter V. I have an I. I have a letter B. Okay. And I have a Taurus energy. Take that. I have live your dream. Your dream is to be happy. Your dream is to be with somebody that you love and they love you. And you don't want to wait around. I mean, I just feel like Spirit is saying, don't waste your time today, like over and over again in so many different ways. All right, I have a glass of wine and I do have a high heel. So I'm going to put it as a date night. I'm going to put it as, I really liked the feeling that time flew with this person, that it was like endless hours of talking. I can't even believe we've been sitting here for 3 hours. It went by like that. So it could be your first experience, Spirit just said. It could be your first meeting, the first time that we really have a chance to sit down and talk face to face, something along those lines. But it feels good and it feels very comfortable and at times flying. So also they just said to me, there isn't anywhere else I would rather be. So I don't know if that's something that somebody says to you this weekend or you just feel that way, but it was almost like, I can't imagine being anywhere else right now. Like, this is so perfect. It's just, whether it's the atmosphere, the night, the person, the conversation, it just feels like you're supposed to be there in that moment in time. So maybe that's one of your new memories. And, you know, I'll take that as well. I have a guitar. Part of me feels like it's background. Part of me feels like it could be a background band where we are or where we're going. Somebody could play the guitar. They literally are a musician or want to be musician, Spirit just said. They think they're a musician. They think they're a rock star. But definitely music is important to this person. That's like a priority in their life. I have the sailboat, but it didn't come into me as like you guys getting onto a boat, but possibly looking at a sunset for some reason. It was almost like watching a sailboat go across the horizon and watching the sunset. So I don't know if we're near water. The boat probably could be near water, but it came into me as watching the sunset more so than the boat, believe it or not. So I'm going to go with that. I have a baby onesies. Now, don't bomb me in my comments. For those of you that want that traditional, it depends on what phase in your life. Just remember, lots of people are watching this video, and everybody gets different messages. So depending on what phase in your life you are, they shared with us already that this connection is more of a traditional relationship, that it's going to unfold and go through the stages of a relationship. And if you want to have a child with somebody, you'd love to be married, you'd love to have a family, then they're showing me a baby onesie, and this is for you. So it's a feeling of hope, and it's a feeling of, these dreams are out there and don't give up on that. Of course, if you would love to be a mother or a father, do not ever give up on that. I have this beautiful rainbow. I'm going to put these two together because when I said hope, that they had me look over at the rainbow. So I'm going to say I'm doing all these readings right now for each of the signs about you asked for a sign. So take a look at your signs reading for you've asked for this sign. But the rainbow is like, look for a rainbow. Okay. If you see a rainbow this weekend or you start seeing rainbows everywhere and somebody new is coming into your energy, I'm definitely going to take that as a sign. I am definitely going to take that as a sign. Like, is that a rainbow? Like, I don't see them very often, but there it is. I have a little love. It says love, written in love. And then this says, what does that say? Find joy in the journey. Find joy in the journey. So we're going to have a good time. I'm not going to put any, I'm not going to put any parameters on this, I guess, or expectations would be a better way to say it. I'm going to let this unfold naturally. And I because I feel like it moves. It goes through the stages, which is what we want to see, as opposed to the relationship that they're giving me red flags on, which is somebody who is either breadcrumbing you, stringing you along, or wasting your time. Okay, so there's something with that. The candy cane is coming into me as the red and the white colors. Not so much the candy cane as a candy, but it was almost a mix. So maybe this person is mixed. Maybe they are ethnically mixed race. Maybe one of you is black, one of you is white, or brown and white, or Asian and white, something like that. But it's a difference is how it's coming into me. All right. So not so much the candy cane, but maybe, you know what? It's the sweetest connection on the face of the earth. And, you don't get to decide who you fall in love with and when, and maybe spirit knows better than you. It's not your type, spirit just said, but they're perfect for you. I love that. So it's somebody that maybe you wouldn't normally have thought that you would date, but it's somebody you want to spend the rest of your life with. So that's awesome. I love that. And then this is a make your wish. This is a make your wish charm in a star. Okay, so make your wish. So we have lots of things happening there in the charms. And overall, I feel that something is about to unfold. So let's see what else they want to share with us. Spirit, please share with me. If you're new to my channel, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button before I forget to ask you. Comment below. I'll put in my description and in the comments my other two channels, so you can check those out. Spirit, please share with me. I have the moon. I have a 7 of Pentacles. I have an extra card. It's called the Artist in this particular deck. I always see that as just kind of be open to creativity, be open to a flow of energy that maybe is more creative than you're used to. I have a 5 of Swords, letting go. I have a Well. That's an extra card in this deck, a little bit of a wishing well. And I have a Fool. And they just said to me, where do we go from here? And I feel that after that initial meeting, we say, so what do you want to do? And somebody says, well, you know what, I had a great time with you tonight. And the other person says, well, you want to see me again? And you're like, yeah, absolutely. So where do we want to go? And that one moment, or that one confirmation, or saying something to somebody, is kind of the jumping off point. It's okay, let's give this a try, and let's keep going. Okay, because you know what, we got off to a good start. And then they're saying, and then you turn around and you think about the person who you're leaving behind. So it's almost like you come out of this beautiful date, and it doesn't mean you're sleeping with 2 people. It could be you're not even in a relationship with this other person. This other person's been like hit or miss for a while, but you leave having had a beautiful connection, beautiful night, and your first thought, is, I wonder what's going on with the other person. So are you still hooked on the other person? And are you entering into this connection with a clean slate? Be careful with that. This person is owed that you're not physically, or certainly not physically or emotionally attached to somebody. So just make sure that you really have cut those ties before you start something new. They want more for you, they just said. I have a 10 of Cups at the bottom of my deck. They want more for you. I love these cards. They have like this iridescent, look at the cups. Like there's my rainbow. See the rainbow? That's cool. They want more for you is what they're saying. Look at that. And you want more for yourself is how I feel. So sometimes we have to just trust. We have to let go of somebody that really isn't serving us anymore, even though we thought it was going to be the best thing. And we receive what Spirit really does have for us. Let's see what the timeline is. I felt like it was around the corner. I felt like it was any day now. I have spring is sprung. Okay, so a little seedling happening there. I like that. I have September being important. These could be birthday months also. I have February. I have it's worth waiting for. We always love that. I have you're wasting your time. Yeah, this is like a grand finale of everything that I've said. It's like a summary, right? You're wasting your time on the one side, and then who they want you to be with is worth the wait. So that's what we've been talking about, this whole connection. We have been talking about, what did they say to me? Don't waste your time on the wrong one. And you put your energy into the person who's putting the energy into you, Spirit just said. They just said, I said, well, what about the weekend? And they said, just have a good time. Just have a good time. Go out there and have fun. Have a good time. Love yourself. Spend some time with your kids, your family, your friends. Bottom of the deck, this love's coming in when you let go. When you let go. I'm going to put that out into the universe. I feel like the energy coming towards you is very traditional and what you've been asking for and what you've been waiting for. But I feel like Spirit's asking some of you, not all of you, to take a close look at what has been tying up your energy. And is it worth it? Maybe you have the answers to that already. Maybe some of you needed to hear this reading today, but only you can decide. You're the one who makes decisions for your own path and your own future and your higher self and your future self. So let's put this out into the universe. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. I want to thank all of you for being here. Please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Comment below, claim it, own it. It's yours. If anyone would like to book a private reading with me, check out my website at kathymamolinspsychicmedium.com. Also, check out my other two channels. I have been uploading some pick-a cards on my pick-a-card channel, and I have been uploading some twin flame and no contact readings on my twin flame channel. So I will put the links in the description and in the comments. So take a ride over there for some of those types of readings as well. Have a great weekend. We'll see you all again real soon.